I was 17 years old when I sat all alone in the back of the Mumbai High Court, numb with fear. As the lawyer for the financial institution that had utterly and totally ruined our lives was asking for even more money. I remember thinking, but you've already taken everything. We're already completely finished. Where to give from? Luckily, the judge at that time noticed the very high interest rate of 48 to 56% that my late father had signed under pressure. His mental illness exploited by this financial institution, who filed the case to put us on the back foot if we tried to sue for our losses, and to hide the failure of their own fail-safe systems that they had publicly boasted about. I was 13 years old in 1996 when Chernobyl exploded in my house, turning my whole life and world into a devastated nuclear wasteland, blasting my childhood and shadow into the walls like the victims of Hiroshima. From 1996 to 2002, age 13 to 19, what I charitably call the madness years. We lived like Syrian refugees after the double explosion last year. Years were lost running around like headless chickens in a radioactive zone, trying to figure what had happened and how to survive. My father, a man who was Elon Musk 30 years ahead of time, went on to die over 19 years. Every single bit of his life slowly withering away. At an age where most people look to dodge lectures and girlfriend questions, I was dodging comets like debt recovery tribunal, public sector banks, the financial institutions' lawyers, total financial ruin, physical and mental health explosions all around me. Children of relatives had played with calling me up with abuses and threatening my father to kidnap my mom. Much before taking CAT, my dumbfounded mother would pose me multiple choice questions like, Vicky, we can either pay for the lawyers or dad's kidney medicine or your sister's hospital bill, what to do? And I remember thinking, Mom, it's a CAT question. You forgot there is option 4, none of the above, because there are 8 other nuclear fires to put out. In 2002, the final complete end was near. The house and office attached by the debt recovery tribunal. But somehow I sold the office and we escaped by the skin of our teeth. I remember it was around October, November 2002, final life and death moment. And somehow in the middle of this, I went and won a business quiz, BMS. I don't know, I think it was Mulund College of Commerce perhaps. So strange. I wish I could tell you life got easier after that, but it got much harder. But this is not to monger sympathy. This is to tell you I'm still here, I'm alive, I'm okay. I'm talking about this 25 years later. How did I survive? Even in the devastated nuclear wasteland of Chernobyl, a flower grows somewhere. You must find it and make it your mission to nurture it and create your orchard again. Mercilessly keep building new things in your life so you always have something to lose. So that even if the world keeps beating up and setting on fire whatever you have built, you can still keep building back again. To my late father, I only want to say, hey Dad, all those tech and finance unicorns that we built decades ahead of our time, I blew up in that nuclear holocaust of 1996 along with my childhood. I promise you this, Vikram Computers, Podar NRI Consultants, Podar Facts, they will all stand again. To 13-year-old Vicky, I think I would hark back to the movie Notting Hill and say, I'm just a 38-year-old boy standing in front of a 13-year-old man telling him, I became the boy you never got to be. Tattebayo.